Welcome to the B2B Breakthrough Podcast. I'm your host, Sierra Cristo. You're meeting people, creating community, and just constantly involved in the social economy around your business. So how do you manage the burnout for yourself with all of the demands?
Well, I think it's important to note, like, as good as storytelling is, it has a side that can cause a lot of potential issue. If you get very involved in it, you're always like, how do I get this content out? Is it real? Is it not real? Like, how do you do it? So I think for me, like, at least I had a burnout. I had a real burnout 2.5 years ago, and it was horrible. And I had a breakdown, and I just didn't know who I was. And it sounds weird to say, but like, I was so off track because I was doing so much content. I was traveling 140 flights a year. I was always out there chasing the dopamine and the next thing, and it just never ends. By the way, it can just keep going. The world moves, and there's opportunities, and there's this, that, and then I took a time off, and I realized that, like, hey, like, it's okay to take a rest. It's okay to take a break and just refine yourself. And I did, and I spent 42 days taking time off, and I'm grateful that my partners were supportive, and my business was supportive for that. I came back strong, and I came back to listen to my body. So I know when I'm tired or when I'm feeling lethargic. I call it lethargia when you don't, like, no more creative motivation. You don't want to do anything. You're not excited. You don't feel excited. It's time to take a second to just what's going on. And, I always tell people entrepreneurship is not, there's a lot of glory to it and a lot of excitement, but that's like 5%, 10%. 90% is a lot of fires and hardship. I call it loneliness, hardship, and punches. But you just get back up.
Yeah.
But there's a time where you don't have the energy to get back up, so you need to repair or recharge to get back up. And I think that that's the most critical part of this journey. So, yeah, do I travel a lot? Yes. I figured out little kinks when I traveled, like picking up snacks at a certain, grocery which are healthier that I could bring with me along the day, or staying at certain locations where are more wellness focused, that I actually feel more comfortable rather than trying to hustle. And I've seen a huge ROI on that.
Huge.
But I definitely am really tired. And I just believe in the vision. So, like, whether that's crazy or not, it could be delusional. I don't know. I wake up every day and I really believe that it's possible. And, I also get to meet people like yourself and others, and I become friends with that, not just are for business, potentially could be for life, and you don't know. And that's what makes the world exciting, is the unknown and the serendipity.
Yeah.
So that's why I love it. And I think I've already done, like, this is what, 2025 already. I've already done like 60 flights. So it's a lot, but I'm slowing down for the summer or whenever, I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm slowing down for a couple months. And there's something about physically showing up that makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed that the ROI on that too has been 10x the idea of not showing up. So I don't know, I'm kind of addicted to it.
Well, let's build on that then. So what does that ROI look like? What is so beneficial to you in your philosophy on showing up, being in person, having this real world interface with the people with your customers, with your distributors, with your community, with just people?
People. The world's run with people, right? So think about that. That's number one. Number two is the ROI has been like heavy duty investment in the organization that with people we love. Media articles from TV to print to and this is all organic, unpaid. And another part is new team members, hiring new people, building a team that's with epic performers, right? And meeting them on the journey. And then last but not least is making as much noise for the actual product in itself, so that people go and buy it in the retailers. I think that the return about a Rainmaker, what I do, is not direct. It's not like your ROI is going to be tomorrow or today for me and the person. It's actually going to happen over a period of time. And you got to be willing to be patient and see things through it. Like, I spent time on the road 2.5 years ago or 3 years ago, meeting a bunch of different investors, and we built a relationship for 2 years, and I kept going back to hang out with them. And guess what? They ended up being one of our lead investors in our last round. And that's because they kept showing up. Yes, the business model had to make sense and all that stuff, but guess what? The relationship was so strong. There was so much trust built prior to even due diligence or anything like that it was a lot easier to get the deal done. So that's how the ROI works of being a Rainmaker. And I think, digital is great, but at the end of the day, there's something about human to human that goes so deep and has the potential for anything to happen. And I'm a huge advocate for serendipity and showing up and doing it in your way, and not being scared to get on a plane, even if the flight's 12 hours for one meeting. You might not get anything out of it, but you never know. You might get something massive out of it. It takes one person, one person listening, one person to change your life or your business forever, for good. or for bad. But I'm hoping that it's good for good.